This morning, our James Beard Award-winning series, The Dish, highlights a rising chef with a whole heck of a lot on his plate. Our Nancy Chen sat down with Eric Adjepong for an exclusive conversation. You might remember him from Top Chef, and he reflected on his journey to share West African food with the whole wide world.
Inside the restaurant Almina in Washington, D.C., a quest to redefine legacy. A mission filled with complex flavors and colorful plates of new yet familiar tastes. All guided by Chef Eric Adjepong's West African heritage.
Africa being the second biggest continent in the world, yet the food is so unknown, it's like a travesty, right?
Yes.
Like, how do we celebrate those dishes? How do we tell those stories? It's woven throughout the entire sort of lexicon of culinary history throughout the world. We can't have gumbo without West African food. We can't have shrimp and grits without West African food. These are important stories to tell.
And Adjepong's deep desire to share those stories lies in the Ghanaian philosophy of Sankofa, which he calls his life's driving force.
When you talk about Sankofa, it's looking back at your own life, but also your ancestors.
Massive, yeah, absolutely. So to move forward, you have to look back and sort of gain inspiration, truly understand who you are, where you come from, the people before me, my ancestors, grandparents, great-grandparents, aunts and uncles that have passed away.
Adjepong was born in New York, but spent much of his early childhood with his grandparents in Ghana.
I remember vaguely some experiences more than others, but I think internally there's always that sort of vibration of just knowing that was home to me.
And even now when you go back.
Even now when I go back, exactly.
Yeah.
That time helped shape his culinary approach, as did learning to cook here.
The fish stew, it takes time.
In his mom's New York City kitchen, which he still considers his most esteemed. Adjepong then worked his way up in Michelin-star restaurants in his 20s, before finishing as a finalist on Top Chef in 2018. Now Adjepong shares his favorite recipes in his new cookbook, Ghana to the World, a nod to his main goal, building a table between the two continents he cherishes most.
You've been working on this book for 4 years. What did you want to make sure you got right?
I really wanted to make sure that we honored the traditional dishes, things that were sort of cooked in the same fashion that my grandparents would make or my mom or dad would make and then I would make now for my child. And then you'll have some of my recipes that are more newer takes or sort of inspirations with taking ingredients and using my experiences working with, different restaurants around the world, different chefs that I've been inspired by.
From coconut curry chickpeas to eggs Benedict with scallops and Ghanaian chicken kebabs, Adjepong combines vivid recipes with personal stories.
What story do you have here?
Well, number one, I think jollof rice right here.
Now, you've said before your mom makes the best.
That is a staple. That's a fact. That is 100%.
Not opinion.
No, not an opinion. 100% fact.
I love the sauce, the freshness of the tomato mixed with the rice too.
After enjoying a few more dishes,
We're breaking bread.
Breaking bread, yeah, exactly.
the chef invited me into the kitchen to make one together, his famous roasted banana grits with shrimp.
I've been in a lot of kitchens. I've never seen someone do something like this. What exactly are you doing?
So we have some coals here that we're getting really hot, and then we're gonna transfer these coals here in our grill and then get that going for our shrimp. So we'll add in the grits here.
How much butter is too much butter?
Oh, is that like the philosophical question? The more the merrier, honestly.
Dump it all in,
Just
chef.
dump it all in there,
in.
why not?
There we go. Mix that real good.
We're gonna go ahead and start to plate up.
That looks pretty.
That all-day seasoning, the secret stuff.
Oh. Cheers. All right.
That's delicious.
It was not a graceful bite, but it tastes so good. Thank you. Between the restaurant opening and your book coming out, what's the one thing that you want people to take away?
I really want to be able to sort of put Ghana on the map as much as I can. It really is a place that I love. This feels like a life mission. It really does. I feel a calling to really share these stories as much as I can.
And that storytelling aspect, such a big part of it for him. He says there's a history, there's an education when it comes to eating, and he wants to push that forward.
A man after my heart, when you asked about butter, he said the more the merrier.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a grits girl, but I love bananas. That combination wasn't something I thought I would like to try that. Yes.
I'll make sure you get some.
Yeah, that was
West
good.
African
With the
cuisine.
shrimp.
Bread looked amazing.
Nice,
as well.
nice, Nancy, nice.
Yeah.
Bread always good. Any circumstances. Nancy, good to see you always. That'll do it for us. We will see you tomorrow on your favorite morning show. Take it easy. Have a great day.